All right, family. Black Power is the truth hour with General Sarasun Seti. Kick back, get your mind ready for some information that's guaranteed to be heavy. I'm delighted and excited to be uh accepting members to the Sarasun Seti YouTube page, a dynamic page. Y'all know what it is. Black Power, Black Frequency. You're feeling that frequency and energy. You should most definitely join. The link is right down in the video description. Is in the chat room. Click that link. You'll get a video introduction rundown on the memberships, what they entail. You see one you like, you should most definitely join. Even if you don't, I appreciate your presence at the Sarasun Seti YouTube page. Continue to engage, continue to advance. That's right, family. Ring the alarm, kingseti.com, online marketplace, official General Sarasun Seti DVD lectures, t-shirts, tank tops, hoodies for the kings, queens, and the children, African and Kemetic jewelry, holistic tonics and remedies, home decor, accessories for every room in the house, 25% off selected items at this time. Save and shop, shop and save. Pull the fire alarm. GeneralSeti.com, SETI University. We're talking about over 1,200 videos of pure heat presented by General SETI himself, plus supplemental, also monumental and instrumental research material from the Grandmaster teachers. I give you an overview on that, giving you 360 degrees of supreme African academic knowledge and wisdom that cannot be compared to by any other website on the planet. I want you over there today. I want you to subscribe today. Become a student today, generalseti.com, SETI University. And everybody knows SETI popping on Patreon, dropping nuclear bombs on Patreon. Got that fire. We going live this evening. Yes, indeed. I want you in the house. We got nothing but the smoke for you. If you go there, you check it out, you'll see what we got on the menu. And of course, man, we about to we got a meal for you. We got two meals for you. You feel me? I'm ready to feed you this wisdom and knowledge. I want you over there today. Patreon, General SETI. To all my family out there, support the General and donate it to the General. I want to thank you. I appreciate the fact that you appreciate me. To any of the family out there that would like to donate to the General, the link is right there in the video description. It's in the chat. That link. I thank you ahead of time. And make sure you subscribe to all my YouTube channels, King SETI, General SETI, Sarasun SETI. Rock that notification bell. Get a video a thumbs up. Like it because you love it. Share with your family and friends. And comment, comment, comment. Just don't say nothing stupid because I will, and I will, ban your ass. You'll be up out of there. Nah, we got to drop this today, family. I got to stay on these niggas. Can't let up. New research on the origins of language further destroys the Medu netta. Okay, I want to talk about that today. The information is coming out in the scientific world that is very devastating if we understand the ramifications of it. Okay, if we understand the ramifications of what they saying. And I'm gonna break it down for you very masterfully. We got to line up today, so I'm gonna be straight to the point with the information. Stay with me, family. We got a heavy line up. I want you in the house. Okay, check this out. Let me get this. Let's do this. Come on, do this. Yeah, we in the no huddle. We in the no huddle offense today. For real. We just throwing it in the end zone. Now let's talk about it. Uh phoneme, phone means, okay? Study pinpoints origin of modern languages. Okay. Matter of fact, before I even move forward, okay, let me see. Make sure. Phoneme. Phonemes. Okay, phonemes. Okay, I want to make sure I get my pronunciation. Phonemes. Okay, and so I guess that's a sound, an expression. Okay, how many sounds you have in your language? Okay, now this is this is not as new as a lot of people as I presented it, but it's very new in the sense that you're not hearing nobody talk about it. Okay, and it's very enlightening in the fact of what people keep talking about, how they're using younger languages to try and decipher ancient languages in Africa, which is totally impossible. Okay. Scientists, and plus, of course, understanding that the Medu letter is not alphabetical no damn way. We talking about, but let's deal with this. Scientists agree that the point of origin of modern humans is Africa. Evidence in support of this theory is found in DNA studies, climate studies, and linguistics. Okay? As early as 200,000 years ago, take that with a grain of salt, because the man that's is writing this information is only just come out the cave 2,000 years ago. So we want to take that with a grain of salt. That our people was far older than 200,000 years ago. As early as 200,000 years ago, humans began to move out of Africa. Another major movement came around 1,200,000 years ago. Subsequent movements happened between 80 and 70,000 years ago, and between 20 and 10,000 years ago. This last period involved Proto-Saharan, Sumerian, Neolites, and Kushites. The most recent migration took place around 6,000 years ago. Okay, genetic research indicates a common African ancestors for the Chinese came about 80,000 years ago. Quentin Atkinson of Auckland University in New Zealand believes that the point of modern languages is somewhere in the southwest of Africa, the region of the Khoisan. The 2011 report, which appeared in Science, okay, we talking about, and niggas always talking about, science. I hear a lot of people out there talking about science, but they don't talk about this right here. Okay, they don't talk about this. And when I say, we got these groups out here, and that's all they do. They, they speak about, that they scientists and shit and this, that, and the third, but we don't hear them mention this. Okay, the 2011 report, which appeared in Science, caused something of a sensation. Now it says, now this guy, I don't know his last name, because it's crazy as fuck. Okay, Michael Saisowow or Saisuwu, whatever it is, published a commentary in Science, which argues that this neat out of well, you know what? This guy right here, he's gonna come in opposition to what, what I'm saying, what I'm gonna bring forward, but that's okay. I come to him after the fact. He still is in agreement up until a certain point. You see what I'm saying? Up until a certain point. And so he's saying that it can only be traced up, but 10,000 years ago is far enough for me. Okay, he's saying that this methodology, which this scientist is using, can only be supported up to 10,000 years ago. What is it saying? It's saying, here we go. Out of Africa, a new study found that the dialects with the most, and as it was pronounced, it was phonemes, or distinct units of sound are spoken in Africa. A new study found that the dialects with the most phonemes or distinct units of sound are spoken in Africa, while those with the fewest phonemes are spoken in South America and the South Pacific. The research suggests that language originated in Africa and spread out through migrations. Okay, so when you look at this map, let me make sure I'm on deck. When you look at this map, you see that in sub-Saharan Africa, you see you got 140 miles, and I seen where it said over 200. Matter of fact, let me read this one. Tracing the origins of language, and an analysis of the sound used in 504 languages around the world found that languages tend to be less diverse with fewer phonetic sounds the farther their speakers are from Southern Africa. The pattern implies that language might have originated once among early humans, then became less and less diverse the further humans migrated from Southwest Africa. Okay, so this is what it's saying. And it's showing here on the map, you see here West Africa. You see in West Africa, you talking about Central, you even talking about into the Gold Coast, Ghana, Benin, even up in that area. Likely origin of language. Okay. And so as you see in that area down to South Africa, you see the lines going through. So this is the area in which they saying that language originated. And they saying with the Khoi sign. Now, as you move, it says shaded bands represent the decreasing diversity of sounds in local languages. So the further you move away from Central West Africa, Southern West Africa, the language begins to decrease in diversity. Okay, and so even as you move down into Ethiopia, move even into the Sudan, even into Egypt. And so I mean, and that's you know, I can't see it being too less, you know, in that sense, you know, because I didn't see the ancient Egyptians had a lot to say. You see, and they had a lot to say, and they wrote more than any people on the planet, you see, and so I understand that. So the thing is, so once we understand, and then as you move out of Africa, you seeing the shades, you know, they're decreasing and decreasing in sound. And so as you can see now in South in this map, it shows East Africa too. You see, so it is showing that all sub-Saharan Africa as a whole, showing it to have 141 phonemes, you know, phonemes. And so, you know, and I seen where it said 200 on one of them. And I believe it, I don't know if it was down here. Yeah, right here. English has, now listen to this. English has around 46 sounds, while the San Bushmen of South Africa use a staggering 200. Okay? 200. Okay, so that's very clear. And so now as you go in, as you look at the German got 41 phonemes. The Mandarin, which I believe the Mandarin are Chinese, they got 32 phonemes. Then as the Hawaiian people, they got 13 phonemes. And Pariah people, I think that's I don't know if that's in Argentina, they got 11 phonemes. So, you know, and so it's not hard to measure, and listen to sound and language and come up with the number. Now, this is where, I have to inject into this because, I mean, when you talk about sounds, it's not hard to get linguistics, linguists, specialists to listen to people speak and count the phonemes. That's not hard. So when it comes to measuring the different languages against one another, it's not that hard. Now, if we're saying that an alphabet, number one, an alphabet is, letters that are distinct to particular sounds. It is beyond me to believe that you could take a 26 letter alphabet and put it on 141 phonemes. I don't see how that's possible. I just don't see how it's possible. In any other, language that got more than 20, because I for A is I. You can't put another sound on that. You see, so these are distinct phonemes. You see what I'm saying? These are distinct sounds, unique from any other sound. Okay, so that must be made clear. Okay, and so when we talking about this decipherment of just what people call the Medu, and they use all of these, and you looking right here. It says that English got 46 phonemes. Okay. Now I would like to know what the Greek language. I would like to know what the Greek language, how many phonemes the goddamn Greek language got. I would like to know. Because this is what they use. Let me see. Now here it don't even say the English got 46. It say they got 44. So let me see what the Greek language has. How many phonemes are in the Greek language? Let's see. Now look at this. The Greek got total 23 phonemes. You feel what I'm saying? Now, how in the fuck is you gonna take and see? That's what people don't understand about that shit. And I want to be clear about that. That when you look at the Rosetta Stone, okay, for anybody out there, and this is I don't see how when people thinking they outsmarting somebody. Now, number one, let it be clear that the hieroglyphs are not even alphabetical. They're not even alphabetical. Okay, these are ideographs or pictorial symbols that are not defined by syllables. Okay, it has a distinct definition, and if you don't receive that definition from the individual who created the symbol, you just don't know what it is. You can guess all goddamn day, but you just don't know. Okay, but even going further than that, just to show you, even if it was, and you looking and understanding, if a language has 141 distinct sounds, how can you take a fucking language that only has 40 and make a translation? Huh? Nah, I would even like to see how many phonemes Coptic has. Let's see. Let's see how many. Now, based on what I'm looking at, they saying that Coptic has 21 sounds. 21. Okay, so Greek, what did Greek have? The Greek had 23. The Coptic got 21 sounds. So you can't even get a good goddamn 50 with them together. Okay? You can't even get a. So my question is how in the hell, if you got subset, and so, when we look at ancient Egypt, we clearly could see, you understand? And let me be, we don't know. But we can see from, the rest of Africa that the sub-Saharan Africans had 146. So we're not going to expect that a civilization as advanced as ancient Egypt would have decreased by, much more than that, okay, in phonemes. Because when you look on the wall, they have so much to say. You see what I'm saying? So how in the fuck can you take Coptic with 21 phonemes, and then you got Greek with 23, so you got 44 altogether? How in the fuck can you decipher a language? And you got and it's not to even say that the phonemes you got are unique. You see, are similar, that way you can even make a translation. See, our people's out here, man, we got to learn to do research. You see, we got to be able to say what the possibilities, what is the impossibilities, and what are the probabilities. You see, and with an advanced civilization like ancient Egypt that has existed for 3,000 years, and here come Greek, any of that shit that only been in existence for a couple hundred years, don't even compare in because the Egyptians got tens of thousands of elements and shit within their civilization that they got the name. You see what I'm saying? They got so many creations and that they got to put a name on it. You see what I'm saying? Whatever it is, they got to name it. And so when you thinking about an advanced civil tools and all that shit and sounds, and so they do not have the sounds to match up with the ancient Egyptians. You understand what I'm saying? To make any type of any type of translation at all. And so that's very important that we know that today. So new research on the origins of language further destroys what today they call the Medu. It's not even possible to use a language outside of Africa to decipher or to translate any language in Africa because it does not possess the distinct sounds, as many distinct sounds as the Africans possess. They don't have it. You understand what I'm saying? So it's always going to be something lacking and something missing, and a whole lot missing. Because if all you got is 23 sounds, and our people in Egypt and sub-Saharan Africa got they got over 100 something sounds, more than you got. So how in the hell can you take a 26 letter alphabet and put it on 146 sounds? I want y'all to make that shit make sense, okay? But you can do that on your own time. I'm gonna keep it pushing, family. We got a lot of information we dropping tonight. This is General Sarasun said he hit some of them links, and stay with me, family. We got a hell of a menu tonight. I'm gonna feed you this wisdom. Stay at the dinner table, family. This is General Sarasun said he say, hey, arm yourself with knowledge. Bang on that wicked ass beast daily. Liberation through African education and confrontation. Black power.